Greetings once again. This is your brother Blacklight talking about that King Alfred plan. Now, if you've been following my videos, I've been giving suggestions on what to do to survive this King Alfred plan. What must we do? For one thing, we got a lot of YouTubers that's working with the government. Do not think that the government ain't checking on you and trying to control you. Your thinking seems to be doing a pretty successful job at it through YouTube. If people are beefing and throwing shade on one another, you can believe it's scripted and orchestrated by the government. You know, they know you young people take to this social media and YouTube and everything like it, like fish take the water. Yeah, that's right. And the thing is, though, y'all don't realize it. It's like, y'all on the streets, doing y'all thing on the streets. And while you horse playing around and beefing with one another, your enemy, which is the government, is creeping up on you, sneaking up on you. And before you know it, you're going to be in these concentration camps. Now, if you heard my last video describing the King Alfred plan, we left off at the government having agents in the black Muslims. But before that, they said it was going to start with illegal aliens. And that's going to trigger it. Now this not video, but this audio that I got, I've been playing for you, goes back 30 plus years. I've been studying this. This is why I say experience is the best teacher. There's not many old cats my age. Let me remind you how old I am again. I'm 72. Talking like I'm talking. The reason why I'm talking like emphasizing righteousness and being truthful is because those are the only two weapons that you got. And also, you got to unify with the righteous. Now, just reading books, reading the scriptures, you're not trying to convince somebody that you know the scriptures and what the scriptures have said. There's wisdom in the scriptures to save your life. Now, that's the part you want to go through. We know that the scriptures tell you what's going down, but everybody ain't gonna believe that. A lot of people don't believe it because they don't see where you see. So if you want to help your people and save your people, you got to join on with the righteous. And it don't matter what you call yourself. Just like when we went up there with the Million Man March. That's the one thing that came out of that march that showed me that we can unify. But see, when the government seen that we could unify like that, he scrambled the signals. And the one brother that made the call, he can't make that call no more. Otherwise, he would have did it. Because when he made the call to go to have a Million Man March, he stated that the government was getting ready to ride down on the black community. And so he called the Million Man March to show them that they better not try it. And it worked. But then again, the after effects wasn't right. Because the government had infiltrated all those organizations that was instrumental in the Million Man March. Had them going at each other, fighting over the money. And then, although they gave several Million Man Marches after that, Million Family March, Million Woman March, it wasn't like the first one. It was over 2 million people there. But they made sure they got to the leaders. And ever since then, they've been orchestrating the narrative, all this time. And they do that same thing all over the planet. They over in Venezuela, pulling strings. They're all over. They everywhere pulling strings. Because you're going to always get some people that want to work for the enemy. They want to work for the devil. Now, another thing, like to point out how I choose who I choose to listen to teach me, and why. I chose Honorable Elijah Muhammad because I watched his fruit. Now, Jesus said, judge ye by your fruit. You might not can't see, understand how a leader moves until it bears fruit. Now, if it bears no fruit, then that leader who is the root, he was corrupted. If it bears fruit, then that means that was a good tree. The Nation of Islam having, matter of fact, everything that they had built up, that Elijah built up, is torn down. But Elijah was dead, so you can't blame it on him. They waited till he died. When he died, that's when they corrupted the tree. When he died, they corrupted the tree. He was no longer there. And all the brothers and sisters, they were like the 12 disciples. You had one Judas But when the cock crowed 3 times, or however it go, all his disciples booked. All his disciples turned on him. All the nation of Islam turned on the teachings and went with his son's corrupt teachings. And that's why this very day, after 33 years, you know, it bears no fruit. Not like what they living off of, the fruit that they still eating off of the fruit that Elijah, you know, produced. They still eating off the fruit that Elijah produced. So I'm going to play and get back into this King Alfred plan on the next video. You know. But I just want y'all to know that all those who are beefing with one another and throwing shade are agents. I don't care how they look. They got some for every last one of y'all. They got, the agents got a plan for those who are gay, but they still for black people. There are those that are gay, but they still down for the black people. You know, pro-black. They got those that are bisexual, they still down for pro-black. They got women, what you call them? What you call them when you, women's power, but they pro-black. They got someone to speak to every last one of you that's working for the enemy. So what they do is they throw shade and they beef and they roast one another on a constant basis, so you can't see when the enemy approaches you. Every day he's creeping up on you. You see it on YouTube. He's setting up checkpoints here and there and everywhere. When he's doing that road work, don't think that all this road work that it's not going to be surveillance and checkpoints involved to slow you down so you can't get out the city. When you get ready to when the shit go down and your main route out the city got road work, they doing road work. Traffic backed up. I mean, you messing with a slick devil, man. And so y'all ain't paying no attention to the old man. Y'all should say, well, damn, maybe he got something there. Maybe he talking about something. You know, y'all done seen my creativity. Only reason why I let y'all hear my music, I ain't worried about y'all buying it or nothing. I just want you to see how creative I am. How creative I am. I'm doing all the parts. I do my own background. I get in harmony with myself. I lead. All instruments. One man. You know. And my music sounds different. You know, all it don't sound the same all the time. Plus I'm rapping. Old man don't supposed to rap. You know. So I'm creative, and I'm still in my right mind. My mind probably tuned up better than yours, because I came up in a time where they didn't have this social media, so I don't depend on it. But I'm using it to get to y'all. This is Black Light. I'm gonna come back